Hey kids, if you think big construction sites are really cool, you won't want to miss any of the exciting videos from Popular Mechanics for Kids. Join Mike and his friend Pop as they learn what it takes to build skyscrapers, bridges, tunnels, and spaceships. In How Do They Build Skyscrapers, you'll see lots of awesome machinery in action. And you'll learn how builders create some of the biggest structures on Earth.
So, Pop, there's one thing I'm not clear about. How do all those workmen know what they're doing?
They work from the plans. Here's a set. Ah, nice to see I haven't lost my touch. Well, after they build the foundation of the building, it's time to build the frame. The frame is just like a giant erector set. Steel beams and columns called girders are lifted high into the air by a crane, where they are bolted together to make a huge skeleton of a building.
It is just like a giant erector set, Pop.
I told you. The builders who frame skyscrapers have a very dangerous job because they're up so high. Now, they can't be afraid of heights, and they have to have very good balance.
Ever wonder how they build tunnels? Well, now you can find out. In How Do They Build Tunnels, you'll see giant drills boring through tons of rock. And you'll learn how tunnels are built underwater.
After they dug a big trench in the bottom of the harbor, they brought the tubes out, 2 at a time, into the harbor on these barges. Check this aerial view out. See, this is a crane that lowers the sections into place.
Well, it's just like a computer game.
You're right, Mike. It's exactly the same kind of picture. Check this out. Looks like the back end of a jet engine.
Is that what the inside of the tunnel will look like when it's done?
Hey, you catch on quick.
Think it's cool to drive over the water? Then you'll want to check out How Do They Build Bridges.
Yikes! Did anyone get hurt?
Phew, luckily, no. But the builder of this bridge learned a big lesson about what wind can do to a suspension bridge.
Hey kids, check this out. We're at a real live construction site where workmen are building a beam bridge called a fixed span bridge. The bridge is being built so the road can cross over the water below. Now, the first thing the workmen had to do was build the piers for the beams to span across. Now they are building one of the sections of bridge deck. Let's take a look.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Mike. Little by little, they build the road across from one pier to the next.
For Space Shuttle fans, How Do They Build Spaceships will take you on the ride of your life. Learn what's involved in building the space shuttle and what it takes to fly it.
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Pop, get me out of here!
Mike, hang on! And don't forget to fasten your safety belt!
Pop, this isn't funny. Pop, I don't know how to fly this thing.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Main engine start. 3 engines up and burning.
The red button, Mike!
Where, Pop, where?
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Look for Popular Mechanics for Kids videos wherever videos are sold. We guarantee you'll have truckloads of fun.
Wanna know how do they build that building so high? How do they build that bridge so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? In the sky. so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? In the sky! How do they build that?
This will be my best model yet. If I can just figure out how to put it together. I have an idea. Pop, there you are. What are you doing? Don't you know there's no air in space? Pop?
This thing.
There you are.
Messed up on my landing coordinates. Hey, nice model.
Yeah, but I can't figure out how to put it together.
Well, I think I can help you. The space shuttle is what astronauts use now to fly into space. Before the space shuttle, there were lots of different kinds of rockets and spaceships.
Who are those guys?
They're some of the very first American astronauts. Astronauts had to learn a lot about what it was like in space, and each mission taught them a little bit more. The spaceships that the astronauts used changed as each mission got bigger and bigger. Finally, we landed on the moon. Boy, was that exciting!
Cool. I'd love to drive a buggy on the moon.
So would a lot of people. These days, lots of astronauts go up in the space shuttle. Now, they're very lucky, and they're very important scientists. But those early astronauts were real heroes because nobody had ever done what they were doing before.
Hey, that's not a real spaceship.
No, it's pretty funny to see how we imagine spaceships and space people to look, huh?
Yeah. Hey, the space shuttle's landing. But wait, what's that?
That's the lunar lander blasting off from the moon. We'll learn more about that later. Did you know that the space shuttle is the first spaceship that lands back on Earth and can be used again? All the earlier spaceships splashed down in the ocean and were never used again.
How'd they get the astronauts out?
Big Coast Guard helicopters picked them up. See?
There goes the shuttle.
Yep, there it goes. Pretty nice view from up here, though, huh?
Yeah.
So, you were thinking it was hard to build your model? Imagine what it takes to build a real space shuttle.
Wow, how'd they do it?
Building that machine is one of the most amazing achievements in human history. It took years and years of research, testing, and designing. But once they figured it all out, it was just like building a really, really complicated model.
You're kidding.
No, it's true. Here, I flew over Rockwell International, the place where they build them, so I could check it all out. See? Here they are assembling the big pieces of the space shuttle. Right now, they're putting the cockpit on. Here comes one of the wings. And now they are securing it in place. Oops, there's the other wing. There's one of the wing flaps that helps the astronauts steer.
Looks like they're missing a window.
Yep, piece by piece they put it together.
What's that?
That's a tile. When the space shuttle re-enters the Earth's atmosphere, it gets really hot. So they cover the entire bottom of the shuttle with these special tiles that protect the shuttle from the heat.
Are all those tiles?
Yep. And they have to be very careful putting them on, so they use these specially designed machines.
And I thought I had problems. I think I'll just read the directions and build my little model. Why are the real ones so complicated?
You'd understand if you ever took a ride in one. Hey, why not?
Pop, what are you doing? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Pop, get me out of here!
Mike, hang on! And don't forget to fasten your safety belt!
Pop, this isn't funny. Pop, I don't know how to fly this thing.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Main engine start.
The red
3
button.
engines up and burning.
The red button, Mike!
Where, Pop, where?
2, 1. Liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Cool.
Pretty cool, huh? Hey, nice job on that liftoff.
No thanks to you, Pop. There is no big red button.
Of course not. Computers fire the rockets automatically. I was just fooling around.
You mean this isn't really...
Don't tell me you really thought.
I was just testing you.
Oh, I see.
It would be so cool to be a real astronaut.
Well, it takes years of training. And each of the scientists and engineers that fly in the space shuttle has a particular skill so they can do their work in space.
What kind of work do they do?
Well, they launch satellites, fix satellites, do science experiments.
They don't take kids yet, do they?
Nope. Hey, but there's a way you can experience what it's like to blast off, go into orbit, return to Earth, even before you get your driver's license.
Oh, quit fooling around.
Hey, it's true. You're already there at space camp.
Yeah, Space Camp. Space Camp is a place where kids can go to learn what it's like to be a real astronaut.
T-minus 10 seconds, 7, engine start, 3, 2, booster ignition, liftoff. Automatic separation, 30 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition!
When astronauts need to learn what it's like to be in space, they use things called simulators. This one makes you feel like you're in a spaceship that's out of control. I was just trying to keep my stomach in control so I didn't throw up. Man, was I glad when that one was over. This is a Mercury space capsule. Mercury was the first American space program. Only one man could fly into orbit in this tiny capsule. Mercury was America's first mission that took people up into space, and it lasted a whole 5 years, from 1958 to 1963. The Mercury program proved that people could rocket up into space, orbit the Earth, and return safely.
Oh, that view is tremendous. Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits.
Orbiting the Earth means going around and around. Next came Gemini, with a space capsule big enough for 2 astronauts. The Gemini program had a lot of firsts. The first American to walk in space, and the first time 2 spacecrafts docked in space. Look at the astronauts squeezed into that capsule. That's smaller than my closet. In the Gemini program, they practiced a lot of the stuff they were going to need to do in the Apollo moon missions.
Very clearly see the Horizon scanners operate.
Roger, Gemini 12, Gemini 12.
The Apollo missions were even more ambitious. They were the missions that sent 3 men to the moon and back again. They actually went in 2 spaceships, the space capsule and the lunar lander. One man stayed all alone in the capsule, while the other 2 went down to the moon's surface. There's the capsule that orbited around the moon. And there's the lunar lander, the funny-looking spaceship that actually landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong was probably the most famous astronaut. He was the first man to walk on the moon. Here's what he said when he stepped out of the lunar lander.
That's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
This is a 1/6 simulator. It teaches you how to walk on the moon, which has much less gravity.
City hopping over hill and dale. Da 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 da. Think they need to move. Off the ground, some more. There we go. Man, you are really bouncing. Sorry, Charlie. Beautiful. I gotta keep my eye on the driving. That's great. Man, I'll tell you, Andy's never seen a driver like this. Okay, when he hits the craters and starts bouncing is when he gets his roots to tail.
And here they go, blasting off from the moon to go back to Earth. Hey, they can see their shadow on the moon. Look at those parachutes. And now they're back home, safe and sound. Hey!
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the Kennedy Space Center.
So, you're an astronaut from a space shuttle, right?
You bet. This is a suit just like what they wear when they go to work in the cargo bay. Hey, let's watch a space shuttle launch.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Main engine start. 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1. Liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery, developing new techniques to monitor our Earth's environment from space.
Roll program, Mister.
Roger, roll, Discovery.
And this is the payload bay for a shuttle. It's where all the cargo goes. Because the space shuttle can haul so much stuff up into orbit, some people call it a space truck. And this is a satellite which gets launched up into space from the shuttle. Look, some astronauts are doing some work in the cargo bay. This machine is called the 5 Degrees of Freedom. It simulates what it's like to walk in space. Now I'm going to do something I might do if I... I feel like I'm just free floating. Those jetpacks are called MMUs. They help the astronaut move around in space. Astronauts are on a space station for a long time, and they need to learn how to exercise in space. That's what this mobility trainer's for. In a space station, astronauts will have to grow their own food. They'll grow them hydroponically, which means they'll grow them in water. Astronauts sometimes eat freeze-dried food, such as this freeze-dried peach. Pretty good. Hey, Pop, it seems like those astronauts do a lot of work. Don't they get any time off?
Well, they do eat and sleep, of course. Hey, but then they are weightless, so they do goof off a little bit, too.
Are those M&Ms?
Yep.
Wow, M&Ms in space.
Bet you can't eat just one. How many are there, Mike?
8.
1?
7.
See, I told you she couldn't eat just one. 1. 2. Whoops. Going up.
Oh, look, a CD.
May I have this dance? Look, that's water. Look what happens when there's no gravity to hold it in the cup.
It looks like they're having way too much fun, Pop. They should have brought a kid along. I would love to feel what it's like to be weightless.
So would I, Mike. So would I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop. Look at the joggers tip over, Mike. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. 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 Thank you, sir.
Look, their arms float when they sleep.
How'd you like to get your pants on like that, Mike? And, oh, their food floats when they eat.
Pop, that settles it. When I grow up, I am definitely going to be an astronaut.
When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut too.
Pop, you are grown up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Catch that banana. I'd like to eat your dessert like that.
Pop, I think our mission is completed here at Kennedy Space Center.
Excellent job, Mike.
That was great at Space Camp, Pop. Thanks for the trip.
You're welcome. Hey, you ready to build your shuttle now?
I could do it blindfolded.
Great. Because I got an idea. After it's finished, I'll get in the payload bay. Then you go up on the roof with your biggest slingshot. And then you can send me flying up to the air.
Whoa, Pop, wait a minute. It'll never work. You'll never go fast enough to get into orbit. You'll just fall right back to Earth.
Jeez, you really know how to spoil a guy's fun.
So, do you think someday I might be able to fly a real space shuttle?
If you want to be an astronaut, you just got to go for it. But by the time you grow up, there'll be a permanent space station. And I bet they'll be sending people to Mars. If you want to get involved, there's never been a better time.
Great. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome, Mike.
Wanna know how do they build that building so high? How do they build that bridge so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? How do they build that building so high? How do they build that bridge so wide? How do they build that tunnel below and launch a space shuttle in the sky? In the sky. How do they build that?